What's up guys, it's Bhumit. Today we're going to be talking about index investing. Now there are lots of subtopics within this video, so it starts out by explaining the basics of index investing. So if you already know all of that, feel free to skip ahead. I've put the timestamps in the video. Okay, so very quickly, what is index investing? Index investing is where you're basically investing in every company in the stock market or the index. Now, index is basically a basket of shares. Now, that basket differs depending on what that index is trying to do. So the S&P 500, for example, that is a basket of the top 500 companies listed on the US stock exchange. The ASX 200 is basically the top 200 companies listed in the Australian share market. There's also a very specific sector type index. For example, there could be a real estate index, which will basically track the performance of all the real estate companies or the infrastructure companies in Australia. There could be a tech index, which will basically be a basket of all the tech companies which could be in the US, Australia, or anywhere in the world. And index investing is basically investing in that basket of shares, in that basket of companies. So when you invest in the S&P 500, which is basically the top 500 companies listed on the US stock exchange, you're basically buying a tiny portion of each of those 500 companies. Same thing goes with the ASX 200. If you're investing in the ASX 200, then you're basically buying a tiny portion of the top 200 companies listed on the Australian share market. There are also indices which track specific industries. So for example, if there is an index which tracks tech companies in the world, then you're basically buying, and if you're investing in that index, you're basically buying a tiny portion of every tech company in that index. Now, index investing is almost the complete opposite of picking individual stocks, where you basically do your research and analysis on a whole heap of companies, and then you decide that you're going to put your money to work in one or two of them because you like their potential and you expect them to make good returns in the future. So basically, when you invest in an index fund, you're basically exposing yourself to the performance and the outcomes and the shareholder returns of a broad basket of companies.